Good morning, guys. Well, we're here, South Beach Divers. What we're doing today is going to be a lionfish derby. We're going to be going out to get some lionfish. As you guys know, if you don't know, lionfish is an invasive species. They're not native down here to South Florida, so we got to get rid of them. It's open season on them, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can take any of them. Today's event is being sponsored by South Florida Beach Divers and Surf and Miami Seaquarium and Ocean Free Debris, all that good stuff. So we're signing in here, gonna get everything ready to go, and then we'll see you at the boat.
Good morning, Annalisa.
Good morning. So this derby is part of our Earth Day event. We did a derby last year as well. It was our first derby. It worked a little differently. We had groups go out on their own, and then we met at Seaquarium at the end. This year we did it like this so that we can spread more awareness, get people who are recreational divers, not necessarily spearfishers or really know much about spearfishing, but they can still be involved in conservation and learn how to spear lionfish and try to make a difference on the reef. And so we have Tom here, who's going to give a little briefing on lionfish and a quick little demo on how to use the spears. I see a lot of you already have spears, so that's great. And if you don't, I have 4 here that we can distribute for you guys to be using. So just let me know if you need one. Okay. So here's Tom. He's going to talk a little bit about the lionfish and do a little spear demo.
All right, hi guys.
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
Hi,
Tom. So I'm going to go over like a brief history of lionfish in Florida, and then go over a little bit of the anatomy if you guys aren't aware of venom, and then do a little spearing demo. So lionfish were first sighted in Florida in about 1985. Sort of around Hurricane Andrew, and a lot of people think that the hurricane sort of turned up aquarium releases. So a few fish came into Biscayne Bay, and not a lot really happened a couple years after that. People still saw them in like the 90s, early 2000s, and it wasn't until around 2009 that the population just exploded. And they've been from all the way up in Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, all the way down to the Tortugas, and now they're spreading more into the Caribbean itself. So they are a very big problem, and thank you guys so much for coming out and helping us sort of cull that problem.
And they're very tasty.
Yeah, they are tasty. One of the reasons that they're so pervasive here is they have no natural predators, and they're also venomous. So they have 13 total spines that carry venom, 9 on top, 2 on the pelvic fins, and then 1 on the anal fin. Not used to using ones these big, but basically with the hook and sling, you have it around thumb, put as much tension as you can, and then you can get right up against pretty close to the lionfish, and then you just let it go. And hopefully with these, you can get it sort of around the back. Yeah.
Volunteer for Debris Free Oceans, and I also work at South Beach Divers. Thank you. So just to give you some background about ocean pollution, a study came out a few years back where guys did a bunch of transects across the major ocean basins, and they extrapolated the data with depth, like conservatively, honestly, and they found that there are more pieces of plastic in our ocean than there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. They found there are about 5.25 trillion pieces of trash in the ocean. So it's clearly a big problem, and we're going to go out there and help clean up today. But they estimate that about a garbage truck of trash enters the ocean every minute. So yeah, we can go out and do these cleanups, but it's not going to have that much of an impact if we don't stop it at the source. And a lot of that source is single-use plastic, so if you guys can, if there's anything to take away from today, I would love it if you went out and cut down your use of plastic bottles, cups, straws, all that good stuff. And just a little bit about how it impacts the reef. Another study came out where 300 out of 330 corals that were in contact with plastic had disease. So it's potentially a big vector of disease for corals. And a couple of studies, about 2 or 3, have shown that corals actually eat microplastics. And there's also fishing line and trapped debris that smothers corals. So it's really great that we're getting out there and removing this plastic and debris from the reef.
and our very own tradition after a day of diving, lime burrito. It's awesome. I have to admit, lime burrito at Limes is awesome. You got some refried beans, you got some lettuce, onions, guacamole, pico de gallo. It's just great. And it's inexpensive, which is what's awesome. And it's healthy because it's all organic. That's how I can justify eating such a big burrito.
All right, guys, well, that was a great day out on the water. Did 2 dives. A few lionfish went into the cooler. A bunch of debris was picked up. There's going to be links to all the organizations that participated today down on the comments. Go ahead and click for them. join them, go see them, help them out, do what you got to do. It's all going to be great. Thanks for the help. And we're off. And until next time, we're styling.